got you, my friend. 97, young Jimmy laced up his boots with a mission. Never knew that his path would be written in fire and friction. Ramadi rose with attention, thick every second to gamble. 04 IED blast, wounded a Marine with blasting shrapnel, dust in the lungs. Heartbeat racing, vision blurred from the shock. Life changed in the moment when the world just stopped. Lost parts of himself, but not the fight, that's a different condition. You can break down flesh, but you can't kill the mission. I got your sex, yeah, this life that we live ain't just words that we say, it's the weight that we give. Crayon Box Confessions, judgment free, don't pretend. Tell your story right here, we don't break, we don't bend. Yeah, Walter Reed trying to beat back a life from the wreckage. VA hospital halls with a broken, learn strength in the pressure. That's what Beth walked in, yeah, fate in disguise. Crayon eater's wife, but she saw through the eyes. Not the scars, not the past, not the war that he lived. Saw a man still standing with a life left to give. He said, you saved me, she said we saved each other. Built a life from the pain, raised three together, father and mother. Years turn to purpose, every story gets told. Now they open that door so nobody walks alone. War took pieces, love gave them back. Pain made the wound, purpose filled the crack. Silence will kill you, truth brings you home. You ain't gotta carry that weight alone. I got your six, this ain't a slogan, it's a last. From the war to the healing, we don't ever back down. Crayon Box Confessions, judgment free, let it out now. Tell your story, yeah, your voice matters, pal. Everything happens for a reason, we see. Even broken roads lead to who we can be. You ain't fighting alone, yeah, we stand to the end. I got your six, yeah, I got you, my friend.
Hey guys, welcome to the Crayon Box Confessions. My name is Beth, also known as the Crayon Eater's wife.
And I'm Jimmy, aka your one-legged wonder. Thank you everybody for joining us tonight here in the Crayon Box. We've got a great show for you tonight. Going to recap some stuff that Beth and I personally did over the weekend. Got to meet some great people as far as that
It
goes.
was an amazing
And
time.
then we've got the amazing, the all-star Theo Tor. Both our producer and
twofold.
OG smoke representative himself in the studio tonight. So Theo, thank you for joining us. Welcome to the show again.
Glad to be here.
I don't think you've missed a show yet, have you?
I don't think so.
So we wanted to talk about, we went to what's called nationals for CVMA, and we had an amazing time. We actually got to meet Lex, Mental Warrior 22, and it was really great because, of course, we've done a show with him, but we also got to, we've never actually met him in person, so that was a lot of fun. We got to meet a lot of great people. What did you think, Jimmy?
Oh, it was an amazing time. The drive up, as any long drive does, kind of sucks as far as that goes. But once we got there, it was more than well worth it. Got to meet some amazing people. Matter of fact, looking at the audience right now, what's up, Lex? We see you.
Yeah.
We got to meet Lex live and in person.
I know. I wish our producer would show some pictures.
Shout out to
I knew there was something different about you guys. I was gonna say you guys seem sexier. It must be the transfer of sexiness from Lex to you guys.
That's exactly what it was. Okay, so a while ago when we were actually doing the smoking and choking show. Okay, so see that cute girl in the back? Her name is Brooklyn. You said I needed to, start appealing to a younger crowd. Well, I got exactly what you were talking about. I have a 14-year-old who absolutely adores me, and I just wanted to do a big shout out because we had a great time with her and her family this weekend. So Brooklyn, if you're watching, we've got some pictures of you guys, and you want to go through them, Theo? This was the worst picture. Oh, here, look, there's Lex. There's the best picture. And little D, I think, is is her road name, but there's Brooklyn right there behind me, and her beautiful sister Savannah. They we all went on a trip, and her kids and our kids got to spend time together. Unfortunately, like nationals probably wasn't their favorite time of the year vacation. But we all had a blast. That is actually a picture from our road trip. And Jimmy and I had taken a picture 20 years ago on this rock. And so we decided we were going to recreate it. So here it
Not
is.
having a prosthetic on that picture was a lot more painful
Yeah.
than this one here was.
And now that I'm looking at it, we didn't get the sides right. And by the time we realized Castle wasn't in the picture, we were like, forget this. I'm not climbing back up on that rock.
I'm not climbing back up that hill just to climb back up on the rock so that we can get the
It's like, it's
castle.
good
back in.
enough. Let's keep going.
I'll bite the bullet and say that it was my fault. I didn't show our photographer, our daughter, the picture that we were trying to recreate. We just said that we were trying to recreate a picture. So when she took the picture, she zoomed in like she thought we
Yeah.
would have wanted. And
Who wants it zoomed in?
not
But
me. I mean, in almost every other picture, you'll realize if you just go off of everything except for those two pictures that we recreated, it almost looks like Beth went up to nationals and I wasn't around because I wasn't in any of the pictures. So
that's your
yeah,
fault. You don't take pictures. I take pictures. But
I
I
w-
was shocked how many people, like there's definitely people I follow that are in CVMA, and that, you know, I've had a relationship that I would meet them and forget to take a picture. I was lucky to remember to take one Black. There were so many that I did take a picture with, and one of another person that we ran into that just was the sweetest.
Slow-mo.
Slow-mo, that's right. I'm getting ready to say Slow Joe, but I
Yeah,
knew that wasn't right.
slow-mo, giddy up. I'll blame the TBI on the rest of it. We had quite a few people come up, but slow-mo was definitely one of the
Oh, yeah, he was the sweetest for sure.
it was awesome getting to meet him. He's like, I knew that was you. I had to come over. So yeah,
I
that was
never
great.
thought I'd meet you guys. I mean, he was just really, really sweet. It's definitely humbling when somebody comes up and you know, appreciates what we do
So
and gets to laugh and have a good time. Okay, what you want to cheers?
so here's just being Facebook famous.
Facebook famous. There you go.
What's up, Bones? We see you out there, brother.
Bones. Unfortunately, we couldn't take Jimmy's bike up. But there was just a couple issues and we weren't able to get it up there. But we are planning on making sure we can get the bike up and moving in a couple days and go visit some chapter meetings and some events so that we can definitely like put the word out what an amazing organization Wheels for Warriors is.
Yeah,
so we're really excited about that.
We got a guy in our chapter that in the last 12 years, he's done over 500,000 miles motorcycle.
Yes.
I told him that now that I've got a bike I can ride, I'm coming for him. So we got a lot of riding to do.
I was supposed to say.
Okay, I got a lot of riding to do.
That's what she said.
Unfortunately, on a sad note, someone that I know that Jimmy and I highlighted a couple different times through Crayoneator's wife and did a write-up on is Francisco Campos. He passed away today, and it's really been a shock to I think a lot of people who are, you know, I only knew him again through Facebook and getting to know him, but all the people who like really knew him, this has just been heartbreaking news, and our prayers and thoughts go out to everybody, friends, family, you know, who's dealing with that loss today.
Sorry for your loss, yo.
It's a shame when someone passes like that as far as it goes.
But I think
we followed him through Facebook. He there for a while. He was going around. I know he went through quite a few states.
He went to all 50 states and other countries as well.
While he was going through the 50 states.
Yes.
So someone likes to cut me he was doing it on his motorcycle, and he was stopped by either VFWs, American Legions, I think some of the CVMA chapters, different as far as it goes. And he would do videos of himself and the people he was visiting doing 22 push-ups a day.
Yeah.
And he would post those out. So that's where
That's
where we
started a couple years ago.
following him a couple years back. And then he
It
started
was that guy.
yeah.
Yes.
He was on a show.
No.
No.
He
A different-
passed away too. That was Steven. This
Shoot.
is we never
Yeah,
had
unfortunately.
Francisco on. He was a photographer as well.
Yeah,
Note to self: do not do 22 push-ups a day. That's
right? It sounds like it'd be healthy. But unfortunately, he passed away, and like Beth was saying, he went through almost the entire Continental 48 as far as it goes, and then he started taking his trip international because not only would he do the videos of himself and others doing the 22 a day with him, but he would also do a lot of photography and stuff as far as it goes. So he went over to a few of the different Asian countries. And unfortunately, he passed away. Actually,
In Mexico.
did you party too hard with him, Theo? He came down to Mexico.
all we
Yeah.
did was get Chinese food. That's all we did.
He it seemed like he was settling down in Mexico, right outside Cancun area. And this morning he was riding his motorcycle doing what he loves. And unfortunately there was an accident that he just didn't survive. Other than those little details, I don't know much more. I think
Lex said, yes, it's a sad day. He was a great guy and motivator.
he had a way with words. I remember the first time he reached out to me, it was about like followers and something and asking, because at that point we had grown really quickly. And I told him he had much more talent than I ever have, in his little pinky than I have in my whole body, that there should be no issue with him, blowing up and getting the followers, because he was an amazing photographer, amazing writer, and just an all-around amazing person. So, our hearts go out to the friends and family that he was really close with that, lost him today.
I agree with Christopher Morris there. He said, salute to the fallen warrior.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's been, not trying to downplay that aspect of it as far as it goes, but in the realm of the show, that's been a little bit of our buddy check-in. That's what we've done over the weekend. Theo, you got a buddy check as far as that goes. What have you done over the weekend? Then we'll get into the actual interview of everything else.
Of what you do.
I don't know if you guys really want to know what I did on the weekend, but okay.
What happens in TJ stays in TJ?
It's 18 minutes in. You're
I've-
good.
I've been embracing my solitude. Some people call it curbing, but I listened to a guided meditation at night. And when I was letting my female friends come over, I wouldn't listen to my guided meditation. So I've been staying to myself more just to continue building my mental health. And, it was just that and work. 3 times a day, I listen to Neville Goddard and other mental health professionals that just help me with keeping high frequency emotions and not falling into the depressive trap a lot of people fall into.
And you meditate every morning, don't you? Like every
3 times a day.
You set your intentions for the day.
Yep. When I wake up in the morning, I use the past tense to say how the day went. In the afternoon, I take my old man nap, and I listen to a guided meditation that helps me use high frequency emotions instead of being a bitter person. And then when I go to sleep at night, before I hit the rack, I say how the day went according to how I wanted the day to go, not how it actually went. And so I've been doing that for like 2 years. I wake up and I go to sleep with a smile on my face every day.
Nice.
Outstanding.
What led you to start this? I mean, because I'm sure when you started it, you didn't start with the regiment that you have today. So
Ooh.
what about it made you like keep wanting to continue and switch it up to kind of fit your life?
I'm going to answer those questions, but let me tell the audience, I'm just a fill-in, guys. I didn't know I was going to get these deep questions. But that's a very good question. So I started my company in 2018, and my first year of business was horrible, and that led to me losing my home, losing a bunch of money, like a country song. Then I lost my family. Then I lost my dog. So the dog too, the disloyal dog. I took him back to the pound because I don't know. I don't like seeing homeless people with dogs because I know the dog could do better. You know what I'm saying? So I took him back to the pound, and I thought it was gonna be like this sweet moment where we hug and I tell him, "Hey boy, I'll come back for you." But he saw a bowl of food and he just ran towards it. I haven't seen him since. So 2018 and 2019 was a very tough year for me because I went from being a full-time dad, very involved dad. I was responsible for my kids' education, their music training, their athletic training. And I used to go on daddy-daughter dates. I went from that to not having a family at all. And it took like 2019 to about 2021 to really heal properly. But then I moved out here to TJ, I want to say 2023. And I finally got time to really be alone. And I noticed that there was a lot of anger. There was a lot of sadness. There was a lot of bitter emotions in me that was keeping me from really living an abundant life, accessing a better quality of life. And so I went on a soul search to listen to different things and be mindful of my consciousness. And that led me to find the teachings of this guy called Neville Goddard that uses what they call the law of assumption. And then also to really do soul searching so that I'm not hindering my future by not forgiving anybody, by holding on to any negative emotions. And for like 2.5 years, I haven't had one sad day. I know it sounds weird to say, but I truly am happy all throughout the day. And then when any thought crosses my mind that tries to pull me towards low frequency emotions, I'm quick to sit down and dive deeper to see why I'm having those thoughts and really deal with those thoughts, which a lot of men don't do. Yeah.
Hold up one
Sorry,
second.
you were kind of going out there for a second. Sorry about
Okay.
that.
Is that better?
Yes.
All right, there we go.
Okay. I was
Tijuana Wi-Fi.
Tijuana Wi-Fi, yo. Nah, that's what got me into it. I have a lot of goals for my future, and it's hard to capitalize on the dreams and goals that you have when you're holding on to low frequency emotions, anger, bitterness, and not really finding out why you have the anger and bitterness. And ever since I've had a great life. I've had a great life.
The way we talk to ourselves and the way we look at ourselves is extremely important. If we're talking constantly negative and bad upon a situation, thinking the situation is the worst it could possibly be, over dramatizing it, or contaminating it, you're going to get that. Those are the results you're going to end up with. And I love how you are so positive, because there was a time when you struggled, like you said, your business wasn't doing well, your marriage, and I'm sure there was a lot of negative talk in that time. And for those 2 years, it was probably a little bit of the same, because that's what you were used to, the way you spoke to yourself.
Self-fulfilling prophecies. The power of life and death is in the tongue. I firmly believe that. And like you say, we can't progress if we're always talking negative. The person that says, "Oh, this is probably going to happen," or there are people who thrive off chaos and they're always going through something. I'm not a religious person. I'm not Christian. I'm not Muslim. I'm not nothing like that. I do believe in God, but I also believe that these different religions, they basically teach the same thing. And no matter what religion you go into, there are people that live by faith. And I think faith is important. I see faith as the bridge my imagination uses to cross over into reality. So the people that are non-religious call it manifesting. The people that are religious call it praying. I just understand that we all share the same consciousness, or we all share the same universe, even though we're individuals. And the energy in the universe that is positive and that gives people a higher quality of life, it doesn't rock with the energy that's always negative. So I'm really conscious to always operate with high frequency emotions and thoughts.
I love that. Back when I was more recently wounded, people would ask all the time, how it was that I could be in high spirits or whatever. Why did they not get any feelings of anger or bitterness as far as it goes when it came to
Or I
to
love
my
the people that
situation?
would be like, I just wouldn't want to go on if I had to live in a wheelchair, or I just wouldn't want to go
Right.
on if I had missed a leg.
And
I love when they say that to us.
they'd be like, how is it you're so upbeat and positive about this? You lost a leg, this, that, and the other. And my response was always the same thing. It's like, what would be the point of me being angry all the time? Will it grow my leg back? No. So what is the point? I mean, if getting angry would grow my leg back, I could get angry about it real quick. That wouldn't be a problem. In the long run, it's not going to do anything for me besides make me bitter and make those around me miserable. What's the point in doing that? I can't change that fact. So, okay, move on.
Yeah.
Adapt to the situation and figure out the solution. There are times in the last 22 years where it took me a minute to remember that,
Yeah,
when it
for
comes to
sure.
things like teaching my kids how to play sports, because I've always been one that I teach by demonstrating. So I would, how to ride a bike or how to step into a throw when it comes to playing baseball or something.
And you can't teach them
And
kickball.
right. So, it was one of those things where Beth had to remind me, hey, this isn't you as far as it goes. And I realized, well, if I literally sit my ass down on the ground or in the grass and use my hands to place their feet where I want them to place it and be more selective in my wording on describing what they need to do, I can still teach them the things that I need to teach them. It's just a matter of perception. And yes, there for a while, I did
Yeah,
let
you
that
definitely
aspect
fell into it for a
get
while.
skewed, but it's still one of those things where
I mean, a while.
but yeah. So anyway, I rambled on there for a second, longer than I meant to, as far as making that comment goes. So let me take a minute. I'm going to combine two commercials to an extent and pay the bills real quick, and I'm going to skip one commercial because, well, the rest of the interview is going to be that commercial and interviewing you with Artius and everything. So give us just a second. We'll get to that. Also, real quick shout out, Lance McInerney and Paige Wilson, seeing you guys join. Thank you for joining us. Love you guys. All right. For those of you who are wanting to get some energy in your life as far as that goes, you've got two choices. A, our loveliest sponsor, Omeza. They've got the all-natural energy drinks as far as that goes. They've got 3 flavors. You can get a 12-pack of either or a variety pack, so you can try all of them at shop.omeza.com.
Or
their
you have
stuff
us
tastes-
who has 2 different people.
Hmm?
You like one kind.
Yeah.
I prefer another. So
We both have the one that we kind of put in the number 2 slot as far as that goes. And
Yep.
then, yeah, so you can get multi flavors. You've got the peach, a strawberry kiwi, and they call it original. Apparently it has some sort of grapefruit in it. As far as that goes,
it's the one closest to like the regular Monster as far as flavor.
but they're all good. I would just put the
Yes.
original lower on my list than Beth would. And I like the strawberry more than she likes it. So, Each their own.
Peach is number 2 for both of us.
So check them out. They've got a doctor came up with the ingredients and the formula as far as it goes. They've got a great lineup there. You get the all day energy without the sugary crash that you get from most of your energy drinks. And for those of you who are diehard coffee fanatics,
Oh, wait.
nope.
CW1775, promo code 20% off.
Yeah. And
Sorry,
then
he has a TBI. I have to keep you on track.
head over to now you messed me up. What's the name of the coffee?
Why did you do that to me?
Not
French
Frontier. Yeah,
French Roast Settlement Company.
French Roast Settlement or French Settlement Roasting Company. So head over to French Roast. There we go. Fresh Settlement Roasting Company. Scan a QR code. They've got like 25 different coffee flavors as far as it goes. Despite the fact that I've got a head injury and can't remember the name, their coffee is freaking amazing. So check them out. I would definitely recommend the Blood Agula. I can't pronounce it. It's one of the medium roasts. It's definitely really strong, and they're jet fuel. Both of those, we've got both of them, and they will kick you in the ass in the morning and get you out of bed.
Yeah, I've only had the jet fuel. So
check them out. Again, I apologize for messed up name, but French Settlement Roasting Company. If you use the CW1775 promo code as well, you'll get a discount from them as well. Through both companies, any sales using the promo codes will put money back into the show as far as it goes, and show us some love and support. Hi, Sean, we see you. Jamie, hi, we see you as well. Alrighty, bills have been paid very poorly this time because I don't know, TBI. Let's get back into it with Theo. Theo, you're one of our fellow magnificent bastards in Core. We know you did plenty of time in Core. We know that you grew up as a poor white kid in a black neighborhood.
That's like the movie The Jerk. What is Steve? What do you say? I was born a poor black boy.
Once you got out of the Core, you did a number of things before as far as that goes. I know you was working security at one point, and you did a few other business before deciding to start your own business. And so I'm trying to rush through just because I want to get to the amazing aspect of what you do as Artius. So I'm skimming your backstory for you.
your bio.
Your bio. So you decide to start your own business, and you come up with Artius. Tell us all about it.
Thank you for skipping over the villain origin story. So I grew up as an immigrant, born in Liberia, came to America when I was 3 years old. Oldest for my dad, bunch of little siblings. And it's like the Cosby Show. The older siblings are responsible for watching the younger siblings. So given a lot of leadership early before the Marine Corps, I liked it. 10 years old, started my first business, window washing. Me and my buddies, we figured we're cute little kids. Our parents don't have money. Let's go wash windows for 50 cents a window. We're too cute for someone to just give us 2 quarters. So we had money for skating, Waterworld USA, buying unlimited candy. And all through my adolescence, I had some hustle, some way to make money. Joined the Marine Corps. Went in an open contract. I was supposed to be an operations clerk. You know, the guys that are responsible for arranging the training operations, reserving field, making sure that ammo is there. Graduated guide in boot camp, got too motivated and decided that I was going to switch over to infantry. So I got my MOS switched to infantry instead of operations clerk. When I was in the infantry, what I fell in love with the most was the administrative side. You know, BAMSIS, begin planning, arrange recon, make planning, complete planning, issue orders, supervise. So that whole process, I was really in love with more than shooting and blowing stuff up and exercising. Got out the military, went to school, got into a real cool program at University of Connecticut School of Business, Hartford. Graduated an honor guide from there, and then didn't really do anything with it. Got into being a bodyguard, had real cool details. The guy that owns GoDaddy, got a chance to meet Dennis Rodman, real cool details. But then I ended up having a real shitty detail, and he ended up fleeing the country. So I had a chance to go back into security or open my own business. And I said, I'm going to go ahead and use my school and open my own business. So that was 2018. No one tells you when you open your own business, you really get tested, because opening a business is like having a baby. And I tell people,
Yeah.
can you hear me? Can you hear me? Testing.
One sec. Give it a second. Catch up.
Yeah.
There you go. I think it's back.
Okay. You guys hear me?
Uh-huh.
Okay, there we go.
Tijuana Wi-Fi. So where did I fall off?
Dennis Rodman.
Okay. After meeting cool people, I got a real shitty detail, and that PI ended up fleeing the country. So I could either go back to doing security or start my own company.
Guys meet cool.
That's the FBI.
So you started your
Okay.
company.
Started my own company, and book knowledge is different from actual knowledge. Even though I knew a lot about running a business from the school books, you really never know until you start doing it. First year, horrible. And I didn't have any mentors or any good managers or consultants to really hold my hand.
It was more of a trial by error kind of situation.
Trial by error. And the people that I did pay just took my money. I lost $20,000 my first year. I lost $10,000 my second year. And then when I finally decided to do things myself, that's when I started making money. So I remember when I was going through the whole company side, the co-founder of a nonprofit I'm a part of called Vet 365, she said, don't give up. You're going to learn how to do all this, and you're going to be able to help other people. So I didn't give up. And now, this company that I started in 2018 has won multi-millions of dollars for other people. We've won a lot of government contracts. We've been able to launch podcasts. We've been able to do brand marketing. We've been able to do software design. So I wouldn't trade what I went through for anything, because my business is in a great spot, and it also helped me start other companies, and those people are doing well.
Yeah, I mean, you're actually, in essence, trying to save people from losing $20,000 the first couple of years starting. Whether it's in investing in the wrong people or, not filling out the proper contracts. Because like you do a lot of government contracts, which I know is completely different than, why don't you explain the government contracts?
So we do. Let me go to the website.
Haha.
So the website is yesrts.com, and we do business development. We do business development in the government sector and in the private sector.
I love it.
That's my daughter that made that, by the way.
I love that, and I love this picture that you had just put up or done.
Thank you. So we do government contracting, or we do government business development, and we do private business development as well. So
What's the difference between government business development versus private?
so when it comes to government contracting, it's really easy. You know everything the client wants because the government, they spell out exactly what they want, the brand, they tell you everything. When it comes to private businesses, you're competing for the attention of people that don't truly know what they want. And so you've got to be able to communicate that you sell a superior product or service for the price point you offer it at. That can be a higher price point in the private sector. In the government sector, it's always lowest bidder wins. So you you still have to communicate that what you do is better, but you have to have the lowest prices. In the private sector, you have to communicate what you do is better. And then if you can communicate that well enough, then you can set your own price point. That's the biggest difference. And there's more money in the government sector than there is in the private sector. The small businesses are the backbone of the United States economy. The more small business there are, that means the government can now tax more employees. That's the biggest reason why the government loves small businesses. But also, that's more money circulating in the economy. So when it comes to government contracting, there's ABC steps. It's really easy to follow. When it comes to private businesses, I help companies understand who is your client. We come out with a client profile. And then once we find out who the client is, then we help them understand their brand and then craft a message to where their clients can understand that brand. So that's the difference.
Yeah, I mean, as somebody who's actually, worked with you, you really did. You helped us make our brand cohesive. You helped come up with an overall, since we had we were going a couple different routes, whether it was the podcast, the group, or our organization. You really helped us come full circle. And, not only did you do our website, but you just also advised us on the best ways to move forward as far as filling out our org paperwork.
Yeah, that and the fact that you're still on board and helping us in building everything when it comes to the 501 aspect of things has been amazing. I tell people when we do the commercials all the time, if my crown eating ass can follow along, they can't, because you really do take them step by step through things and make sure that, one, not only is it getting done right, but that they understand what's being done as far as it goes, so that they have a better understanding of the entire process.
Have you seen the other guys with Will Ferrell and Marky Mark?
Yeah,
It's because I'm a paperwork bitch. That's what I am. I love paperwork.
looking at the comments, Sean Bertoff wanted you to say it again when it came to book knowledge is different from actual knowledge. He's like, say that again.
Yes.
So he really seemed to appreciate that one.
Yeah, you got to take some lumps in these streets, Sean. People don't understand. I was the honor grad of our program at UConn School of Business. I got to do the homecoming kickoff. At my business pitch, a girl actually cried at my business pitch competition. And, I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to do this business stuff. And a year later, I'm sitting in my car, marriage gone, eating a cold burrito on Thanksgiving, about to cry with a bottle of Hennessy. So
I am imagining this and picturing this and can see this, honestly.
now, Beth, the reason I didn't cry is because in boot camp, a recruit started crying and the drill instructor held his throat and started licking his tears. So that made me laugh right before I started crying.
That's what I would do. That's the stuff I would think about.
Jeremy
And-
Daniel, a couple
Oh, go
Facebook
ahead.
posts. Can't click on the link to see what they are. But thank you, Jeremy, for trying to share something there as far as it goes. Lex said, let's not forget the awesome job he has done for 22
Yes.
page and for mental work.
Oh, Lex is another like success story.
Yeah.
He is a star. I recognize talent. Like you and Jimmy or Crayon Eater's wife, you guys got obviously chemistry. You know, your chemistry led to y'all having children together. And Lex is another person. I watch his show besides, you know, producing it behind the scenes. I truly watch and comment on it because a lot of what he says aligns with my mental health philosophy. And I remember talking with him before he launched his podcast. I'm like, bro, you need to be a brand. Like, you need to really do this. And I'm happy that he did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And
Like,
for those of you who don't know, as far as it goes, Lex was one of the hosts with us on the Smoking and Joking show, and he's got his own show. So after we get done traumatizing you tonight, you can head over tonight and check him out at 8 Eastern on the Mental Warrior 22 show. I'm sure he will be able to, correct all the issues that we give you.
yes, yeah. Definitely Lex has a way of speaking to people and relating with people that it's just really amazing. I'm so happy that he's the comments. I can't read. I forgot to put my comments up.
Huh. Forgot what?
Put my comments up.
Yeah.
I just figured somebody was saying something funny because Lex is, now I'm forgetting that I'm switching y'all's names. Theo's laughing over here.
I was gonna say you can
Lex
switch our names for all the women that follow Lex. If y'all want to treat me like how y'all treat Lex, hey, I'm here for it.
No, but I'm so happy for him because he really is doing what's aligned with what he's really good at and speaking on mental health. So I'm very proud of him.
Mm-hmm. Me and my buddy Reed, after the Mental Warrior 22 shows, I call Reed and I debrief on what the shows were about. There was a very important show he had, I believe 2 weeks ago, about the silent grief of parental alienation. And I didn't really suffer parental alienation, but I used to get whoopings from my dad because he didn't want me to be like my grandfather. And I never knew my grandfather. I never wanted to know my grandfather because of all the whoopings I would get. And when my grandfather died at 13, I was 13 when he died. It didn't really affect me, but I saw my dad crying when he lost his dad. And, it's like I say, it's important subjects on that show. Anyone that's watching, if you want to start a podcast, if you want to launch a brand, reach out to me. Our company, that's part of our business development. There's a lot of things that we've done to fail in the past that we don't do anymore, that we're succeeding with and passing on to other companies. And it benefits you to stand on the shoulders of giants instead of trying and failing when you don't have to.
And we'll throw it out there that if you would like some prioritized scheduling as far as that goes, you can go on through Vets 365 and get on Artius' schedule, get on Theo's schedule for service disabled vets and whatnot. You can go on through Vets 365, get on their schedule, and they've got specific times set aside where that's all they do is help veterans with either their businesses or starting their own business, starting their own organization. So for those of you who are service disabled vets, I would recommend going through Vets 365, get on RTS schedule and see what they can do to help your business out.
Yeah, right now, I think anybody, if they're looking to start a business, I'd recommend before going to private sector, they go the government route. United States government does $10 trillion a year right now, around about $10 trillion a year in spending money. Out of that 10 trillion, like 80 to 90% of it is actually spent on businesses. The rest is spent on entitlements like Social Security and other entitlement funds. But that's still like 8 to 9 trillion that the United States government spends on large businesses and small businesses. When it comes to small businesses, there's anywhere from $500 million to $1 trillion set aside every year for small businesses that these large businesses can't get. And that's for any industry that you're in. You could be a shade tree mechanic. United States government even buys illicit drugs in some cases. So United States government buys everything. And if you were always thinking, man, this economy could be better, I want to start a business, you can be an artist. I've seen contracts for them asking people to go teach breakdancing in Japan. I've seen contracts for you to teach martial arts to a specialty unit in the Midwest for the Army. There's so many contracts.
You could go teach karate.
You can go teach. I'm serious. There now, obviously, because it's the government, they have a compliance matrix. So they'll say, we want you to be certified in XYZ. But the good news is these contracts are cyclical. So if you try to go after a contract and find out that you don't have the paperwork for it, you just need to wait for that contract to come around again. And in the meantime, get that paperwork. My first contract, guys, to the federal government, I sold 2 lawnmowers for $77,000.
Good Lord.
Lawnmower?
2 lawnmowers for $77,000.
Wait, hold on. Now, like, are you talking about some jumbo lawnmower or like little one you push in the yard?
Well, it was solar powered robotic lawnmowers.
Okay.
But still, you shouldn't be paying no $77,000. But the reason that I was able to win that contract, I had all my paperwork straight. I had the lowest pricing out of everybody. And after that, my next contract was $540,000 for selling liquid oxygen. Go ahead, Beth.
The liquid oxygen is through the pull the words out my mouth. No, if you say you do a contract with them, so every year it comes up. Now, if you've had a contract in the past, are you more likely to get contracts, or is it luck of the draw each time?
No, you're more likely, because one of the things they'll do, they'll have you put out a past performance statement. So on your past performance, if you do have experience providing that product or service, then you're better suited. So for me, the first contract, I didn't have no experience selling no lawnmowers, but being able to wordsmith stuff, I was able to communicate to them that since the age of 19, I've been trusted with millions of dollars, equipment, and lives for the United States government. And so I'm a capable administrative manager and a reseller. And then I got a reseller authorized letter from the lawnmower manufacturer, everything lined up. So the whole point of the government contracting is the government wants to put money in your pocket. So as long as you can show that you are a responsive bidder, meaning if I give you the money, my head's not going to be in a chopping block. I want to give you the money, because if I don't give you the money, then the next budget cycle, my department's going to have less money. And my head's probably going to be in the chopping block anyways. This money is set aside for small businesses, set aside for women-owned businesses, set aside for disabled veteran businesses. There's different categories that this money is set aside every budgetary cycle. And the money gets shifted if your department's not using it. So I tell everybody, if you're a photographer, if you're a website designer, no matter what industry you're in, get in a government contracting, because it's a better pool. You can still do private clients, but the money's where the government contractors are, because they're going to spend the money. They have to. Their hands are tied. They have to spend the money.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. My biggest contract that I won was for a company called Blue Spader. I did 14 hours of work for them, and then we won an elevator maintenance and modernization contract in Colorado for $5.5 million. So they were really happy with me. Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
I guess so.
so and I want a lot of people to get into government contracting, because contracts get terminated if there's no competition. You usually have to have 3 companies submit a proposal. If 3 companies don't, then the contract gets terminated because it's not competitive. And there's so much money in it for everybody that I might not win this contract. I might not have lowest prices on this, but I'll have lowest prices on this other one. Every 10 minutes, there's a new contract request out for some product or service. So, and out of that $500 billion to $1 trillion every year, only 23 to 27% of it gets captured by small businesses because people don't understand that there's money selling to the government. So that's why I put out my business development guru episodes. That's why I tell people get into government contracting, because it helps out my clients. It helps out my company if there's more people going after government dollars.
Yeah, you've explained it before, but this time when you explained it, it made much more sense as far as like the private sector versus government contracting. Not only are you competing with multiple different people, you have to grab people's attention and everything else, where the contracts, this money's out there, you just have to apply for it, or kind of like a grant proposal writing and so forth.
Yeah, my company does that too. We've won grants for nonprofits. You guys know we help nonprofits form up.
Mm-hmm.
It's the whole operations clerk thing. The ASVAB did not get it wrong. I'm supposed to be a paperwork bitch. That's what I'm supposed to be. So someone asked me, they're like, damn, how can you read all those contracts? And I tell them, Jimmy, you know this, as long as no one's shooting at me or trying to blow me up, I can sit down in a comfortable chair 12 hours and do contracting, because the opposite is worse. Yeah.
I absolutely love what you do. I think you are, the guru of being a paperwork bitch.
Yeah.
I do have to give you a little bit of shit though, because you're, making it hard for me to play up the whole, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just a dumb grunt. Yeah, play that card when they've got other grunts out here like you showing, exactly how smart we are. You're kind of ruining my high here.
Don't let them know. It's funny. I'll tell you something funny, Jimmy. That works in the contracting world. Being a Marine works there's some times where I've turned in a proposal past the time, the deadline, and I'll call and I'll be like, I'm sorry, I didn't eat my crayons and lick my windows today. And then they'll start laughing on the other side of the phone. They'll be like, I work with a Marine. You guys are going to go, okay, go ahead and turn it in. So, and I tell people, because I've had a few companies in the past that have so much anxiety, because I'm not going to lie, you have to go through a compliance matrix. You have to register to do business in the United States geographical boundaries. Then you have to register to be seen as a vendor so that you can legally sell to the United States government. You have to make sure that you have reseller certificates. You have to make sure that you have business licenses. There's a lot that you have to make sure, depending on the municipality that you're in. But once that first contract for $77,000 comes in, or $540,000 or $670,000, you're like, man, I'll do this all day. So the trick is to get with somebody experienced. And I wasn't with somebody experienced when I first started. I was giving a whole lot of money to people that would take my money and not hold my hand to truly show me. And I'm not blaming them for my marriage breaking up. It's funny. My ex-wife called to apologize to me like last year. And I said, don't worry about it. I'm good. Thank you. I had to tell her thank you, because I have a better life now. I don't think she liked hearing that.
Probably
but
not.
It's like that story of the bird that fell in the hole on a cold day, and the elephant came through and took a shit in the hole, and that shit warmed up the bird. And then a fox came along and put his tail in the hole, and the bird used the fox's tail to climb up the hole, and the fox washed off the bird, and the bird said thank you, and the fox ate the bird. Not everyone that takes a shit on you is your enemy, and not everyone that pulls you out the hole is your friend. And that's how I look at life. I don't see rejection. I see redirection. So I'm here as a catcher in the rye, but that's not a guarantee that when people open their businesses, they still won't go through hardships. You're tested to see if you really should have that business. And if you can just be strong and get through that test, then your business after 3 to 5 years is going to soar.
But speaking of business,
Oh, go ahead.
Speaking of business, just real quick as far as that goes, we'll say just go ahead and look at this as the entertainment segment as far as it goes, because I'm sorry, I'm stuttering here. I'm looking at the time, realizing that we've only got 5 minutes left. So, real quick,
Oh, yeah.
bad advice. Guy wrote in asking a question about the business. Says, I want a promotion, but I don't want any additional responsibilities. What are my options?
He wants a promotion and he doesn't want any additional responsibilities.
Correct.
What
Well,
he should do,
go ahead.
he should take all of his sensitive information and he should get online and start a pen pal relationship with Babatunde Olamide. He's a Nigerian prince. Make sure he gives him his social, his mother's maiden last name, bank account number, and just trust Babatunde Olamide with all your gear, man. You'll be good. You'll be good to go. No time. You'll be making money. No time. Yeah.
I would follow along with that, but instead of his social and other information, I would say use his boss's social and
That's
other
exactly what
information
I
as
was
far as that
thinking,
goes,
Jamie.
and send
Exactly.
it and send it to Babatunde or whoever.
Babatunde.
You
I
said,
said,
get
knee
them knee
pads.
pads. I say, and I was thinking in my head, get on them knees.
I said, alrighty.
And make sure there's video, because then you can blackmail them. If you're not good at this, at least you get it caught on camera.
And here's one that I know you'll love. So not dealing with business as far as that goes. Someone wrote in and said, I want to win an argument on the internet. How much time should I dedicate to this noble pursuit?
Quit your job. Quit your job.
They want to win an argument on the internet, on social media. How much time should they dedicate to this noble pursuit?
Oh, that's an easy one. Quit your job, buy some meth, crack rock, preferably, smoke it, spend all your time. And the crack is so you don't sleep. Spend all your time arguing with this person you've never met before. You'll probably never meet in life. And after doing all of that, just hold on to the hope that someday they'll tell you, you're right. I've changed my ways.
Right. That's holding your breath, waiting for that moment.
Yeah.
Create like 10 different social media accounts on whichever platform it is that you want to win the argument.
And argue with yourself.
And argue with yourself with all 10 different accounts as far as that goes. Eventually you'll win.
The crack will help too.
Yeah.
I don't know. The meth might be the better option for that one, since you're going to be talking to yourself.
Oh, that's right.
Whichever argument gets the most people agreeing with it.
Right.
The voices in my head said I'm right.
Alrighty. That looks like that's going to be our time for the night. One, thank you.
Time just flew by, man.
Yeah,
that was quick.
That was quick.
Yeah.
Not the first time I've said. I mean, it's the only time I've ever said that.
Oh man, I was supposed to hit you with it. That's what she said. I missed my chance.
We hope you all enjoyed the show tonight. Hope you all got some good information. Definitely want to tell you, make sure you either reach out to Artius, or go through Vets 365 and reach out to Artius and get on their calendar. Let them show you what they can do for you to either help you improve your business, start your own organization, or go out there and get some of them government contracts, get some of that government money. Join us again next Tuesday, 8 Eastern, for another great show.
Two Docs and a Grunt will be on.
Yes. This one should definitely be chock-full.
Yeah, I think this is definitely going to be a two-parter. This is not a a one and done type with 3 other guests. So, but it's going to be interesting. I can't wait.
Theo, thank you for coming on and filling in for the show tonight.
That's what she said.
Definitely have you back on again in the future to tell more about either RTS, Bets 365. Maybe talk about Ramadi days. I don't know. We'll see.
I want to have him on from Ramadi days.
Yeah, we definitely want to get you back on.
Yeah.
As far as that goes. And of course, we are going to bring you back in at minimum as the special guest host of the game shows. As far
Couples,
Hey.
couples therapy rejects or
I love
whatever.
or whatever we came up with there. But for tonight, that is us from Crayon Box Confessions here in the Crayon Box. We love you guys. Have a good night, and we'll see you next Tuesday.
Night, guys.
Twofold.